Howdy everyone, Runt9 here, and welcome back to Runt9 Plays Nova Drift. Last episode was a little bit rough, so we're probably going to dial back, maybe do something a little bit more traditional for us this round. You know, we've been trying to experiment, finding some good stuff, but it's not that I necessarily want a palate cleanser, but, you know, we'll cut the experimentation down just a little bit. What are you giving me? So Vortex has been nerfed a little bit. I am on the beta branch, although I think it has also made it to the live branch. But I'm actually kind of curious where Vortex is at. But I think we're gonna re-roll that one. You know what? It's time for another railgun run. It's been a minute. Give me a declined gear swap on that one, and let's see what we can pull out of this. So Firefly. Thinking that may not be that great, but you guys know how much I love Firefly. The thruster flame stuff does make it really easy with to deal with early game railgun stuff. Since early game railgun can have a little bit of a problem killing larger groups, we can just light them on fire and it doesn't matter. So here's the thought though. I want to go for more projectiles without relying so much on twin strikes, because you know that when we do our traditional charge rail thing, we rely a lot on twin strikes. And I'm fine with the single double tap, but I don't want to go more than a single double tap. So I actually think we're going to dip into the volley tree here and even take firing array on this one as well. I know it's a little bit odd considering my general opinions on volley being as low as they are. I think that volley is incredibly underpowered, but I think on railgun, even though it does nerf multiple aspects of its damage, it is actually still good if you can land all of the shots on somebody. So what do? You do pick up twin strikes if you see them, you grab focus fire, and you enjoy the fact that you have a little bit better AoE as well. You still want warp strike as well. Speaking of which, we will grab that to start working towards warp strike. Magnitude is a good one, but let's also go for firing array. So whoever we're hitting in the center, our primary target, take a little bit more damage. And I know that like the volley tree is very much disrespected. I disrespect the volley tree. Don't get me wrong. I completely agree that the volley tree is bad. And it's like, well, didn't you say we're not going to experiment? Trust me, it's like, is it not as optimal? Maybe, but it means we don't have to rely on getting twin strikes and can just be pleasantly surprised when we get them instead. Also, we could potentially go barrage build here, which barrage railgun is actually kind of neat. It's one of those that it's not bad. It's also not good. I do like how much damage it can output, but you got to be a little bit careful with it. So I think that we will take a single heavy caliber. It does lower our velocity, but it increases size and damage. So Fusillade is lower damage, size, velocity, and increased spread. I know it's dumb and it's spicy and Fusillade is pretty much terrible, but we're going to go for it here. And go for a little bit of a, you know, a shotgun railgun. It's been a minute since we've done kind of a shot rail kind of setup, but I'm actually okay with it. So this also decreases projectile spread, increases projectile targeting, and saturation fire, siege weapon. It's fun, but you know what? Definitely give me a calibrate on this one. Calibrate, charge shot. We'll be in an okay spot. Did not mean to rhyme there, but I'll take it. Definitely not upset about what we've got going on so far. You know, again, I talk about the AoE capabilities of this build, and the AoE capabilities are strong. And calibrate from a good distance, good projectile spread. You want to get in a little bit closer. We do want to make sure that we are working towards snipe and blink, because warp strike is an important pickup here. I think the magnitude tree so we can get our charge shot is going to be important. And I am going to take incendiary strike. Even though it doesn't stack, it is still a good pickup. So one of the bugs that has been fixed is, you know, we tend to run into some problems where jugs don't always show their health bars. That has been fixed. So jugs should always show their health bars now without running into any of that weirdness. payload, absolutely a good pickup. And then skirmish, you know, we should start working on terminate and essence sap. Are we doing the typical essence sap Gemini protocol kind of build? Yes, we are. You know, at this point, it's my favorite way to play, and I like focusing more on experimenting with offense than defense anyways. Because if you experiment with defense and you're wrong, you just die. If you experiment with offense and you're wrong, you might still find something that's fun as long as you can survive for a while. And again, our AoE capabilities are good, but if we get in close, the shotgun aspect of this does still do some good work. Splinter can put in some good work for us as well. Blitz isn't actually as good. I'm actually going to re-roll that. We're going to dig a little bit for... Okay, well, I mean, if you're going to give me a twin strike, we're going to take it. And I'll take the one double tap. And that's probably going to be pretty much it for wild mods. We want Deadly Wake for Blink, because again, I want Warp Strike. But honestly, like, this is a pretty good setup. I'll take this. Because what's our cooldown after a burst fire right now? That's not bad. You know, we do have to wait a little bit, but the added effects of the burst fire, we've got Deadly Wake to kind of help out a little bit. Obviously searching for terminate now. Give me a reroll on that, and reroll this one as well. No, give me rapid fire. That'll help a little bit. We will not take burst fire from the rate of fire tree, however. Okay, so you can see even up close, our damage is maybe a little on the low side. But I know that with just a little bit more modding going on, we will be okay. There we go. Okay, good stuff. You know, like I said, we are probably experimenting a little more than we need to, but it's not really an experiment. I mean, I've run a build exactly like this in the past. Not necessarily on YouTube, but I have done this before. And I know it works. You just got to be a little bit careful early on. There's Charge Shot, and Charge Shot is like the big piece of the pie. Because this gets our projectiles doing some better damage, which is the main thing that helps us here. So then we can come in and one-shot those guys, one-shot those guys, and then you don't really got to worry about it anymore. And then you got AoE to deal with this type of situation, although you have to actually hit them with one of the projectiles. But yeah, now we can really do a lot of good work. And then once we get Warp Strike, that's more projectiles spitting back around. Right round, baby, right round. And, you know, being able to kill one of those shield guys, one hit, you love to see it. Come in behind, get the kill, you love to see it, dodge that. So yeah, this is, you know, with Charge Shot, this is a lot more what you want to see. And I did finally remember that these guys are called Eclipses. Not that it necessarily matters, but, you know, rather than saying, you know, the shielded dudes. Snipe, big pickup. Splinter, also a big pickup. Yes, it does reduce our rate of fire, but I think we can accept that. And I knew that if we shot in the middle, our AoE would get us there. And so I'm gonna say it time and time again. What is the golden rule when you have Charge Shot? Your A, B, C's always be charging. Just make sure that you keep a charge at the ready, and the deaths will come in just fine. Splinter will help out a lot. We're going to want to get that Warp Strike pretty soon, though, because that'll help with the wave clear, bouncing back around for another round of action. ABCs, yeah. ABC, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Shoot your railgun all at me. Don't take that out of context. So this one, you want to get in a little bit closer. I mean, good damage. We almost did half of a Scion's HP in a single hit. That's good eats. That is really good eats right there. 3 hits, and we nuked a Scion. We nuked it straight out of freaking orbit. You love to see it, and we get Warp Strike. We're in a golden position, because then even if something missed, it's still gonna hit. Warp Path is actually pretty good. It helps us get that next charge ready to go sooner. I would consider going for antimatter rounds. We do have some self-damage reduction. Could always go into core shielding. Honestly, like, yeah, corrosion is good. We want the burn damage, but not right now. There are other things to focus on, like Essence Sap. That's a big pickup. There's Blink, also a big pickup. As you know, Warp Strike is something that I'm very fond of on railgun builds. Like right there, it would have done so much work for our wave clear. So we want to kind of get in a position where we can hit as many of them as possible. And, you know, it's not perfect without Warp Strike, but we should be on it soon. We got a baby jug here. I mean, that's one hitting a baby jug. Like, it doesn't get better than that. I mean, obviously, like, one hitting a regular jug gets better than that, but, like, don't get caught up in the details. Warp Strike, ready to go. You love to see it. One-shotting a Celestial. This is good eats. This is exactly what you want out of this type of run. And almost, I was expecting a little bit of Warp Strike action, but still got the kills before they got there. Oh, baby. Now we are cooking with gas. The gas stove is on full blast. We're heating up some water. We're boiling to get some ramen cooking. Gonna make some tea. Gonna have a great time. This is the type of build you want to roll with. Now, let's just get some defense going. We want Gemini Protocol ASAP. Kinetic Boost, honestly, kind of a good thing with Aegis and emergency systems. Give me Mastery, though. Not going to take Burst Fire. Another Heavy Caliber is interesting, but I don't think it's going to be that good for us. I want to work on defense for a little bit. Obviously, Regen doesn't really help us, although Adrenal Module is pretty good. There is Max Hull. That's always a good pickup. And at this point, like, we can go without Obsession. So that's another one that, like, we pretty much always have to take Obsession if we see it on these types of railgun builds, because we need all the twin strikes to get where we're at. Yes, are we worse off than we would be if we had, you know, 5 twin strikes? Yeah, absolutely. But would we, though? Because think about the awful shield cooldown problems. And regen problems. Like, maybe we're not as worse off. Do we have a single twin strike? But yeah, I'm not denying that. But, like, I think this is still doing just fine. And this is with the Volley tree, which is universally known to be underpowered and bad. Now you're tempting me. Now you are tempting me. I will take another twin strike. But that's it. We're stopping at 2. I don't care how many more twin strikes you put in my lap. We're only going to take the 2. Bravado, though. Self-damage reduction, increased max hull. But I think we got to go for the shield cooldown. The damage output should be fine, but as always, bosses are a great damage check. We haven't popped any of his modules yet. Okay, we basically almost nuked the boss on the 3rd hit. Get out a little bit further. We want to get a full snipe send. All right. Let's get ready to kill the ad as well. Nope, just kill the boss. The ad will die via Warp Strike. Okay. Easy, easy boss fight. You love to see it. I mean, we are in a very powerful position. We are at the top of the food chain, feasting on all of these innocent victims. Gemini Protocol, easy pickup. This is what you like to see, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we got about 18 waves until the first Seraph fight, and I can't possibly imagine us losing at this point. We got everything that we need. Like this, at this point, this is a wave 200 build. Is it a wave 200 killing build? Maybe, considering how quickly we can kill Scions. All right, full jug. What do you got? That was about a 3rd HP. So just keep it ticking. Good damage. Do it one more time. One more time, we're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, all right, don't stop for dancing. I don't actually know what the lyric is, but don't judge me. I mean, the wave clear, though, with Warp Strike and all of these projectiles, I mean, you absolutely love to see it. That, like, if you look up, you love to see it in, you know, knowyourmeme.com. That right there is an the example section. Sorry, completely forgot how to speak English. We're good to go though. This is Nova Drift at peak entertainment. Something that's maybe a little bit suboptimal, but we're still piloting to great success. So the enemy health scaling is starting to get to us just a little bit. We do need to potentially ramp up our damage. I think honestly, give me the incendiary strike. Firing array, as long as we hit with the center one, that's gonna be the biggest benefit with the incendiary strike. But honestly, like even with other enemies that get hit by it, just send. Don't worry about charging. You don't always need to be charging against the riffraff. Against these guys, yeah, give them a full charge, get that kill, but also just don't take dumb damage. I was literally just playing One Step from Eden. Wonderful game, great series. Came out earlier this morning with the episode that I recorded a few minutes ago. Make sure you're checking that series out. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Give me Juggernaut here. So we got a bunch of hull. We got some decent shields. All right, Celestial. This is why ABC is the mess. Is it dead already? Okay. I didn't even realize we hit it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. No, I think it got taken out by a comet. That's what happened there. All right. Yeah, just remember your ABCs. Give me the shield durability. And at this point, I may even consider swapping away from the Firefly body, because I don't think we're gonna do any like solar hearts or antimatter rounds. I don't think we need it. I legitimately don't think we need it. I don't think we're gonna be doing any self-damage. And if we could pick up something that would give us more hull and shield, or maybe just a different benefit, like honestly, I would consider swapping to Assault, even though it's maybe a little spicier. All right, here's Seraph. What do we got? We got, that's maybe a 12th down in the first hit. Just dodge. We do not have Rancor, so don't take damage on purpose. Just ABCs, circle strafe, and get him dead. This is definitely gonna be an easy Seraph kill. Just focus on dodging these. You gotta be able to come back around sooner than that. Circle strafe, dodge the orbs, dodge that attack, get around to the other side, dodge that lance. Radio silence for just a second. We've got him. Oh, we got him. We don't need no radio silence. He's dead. One more full charge, one more full send, one more full yeet! And he dead. Yeah. All right, that's wave 100 down. We're at 300k score, which is pretty fantastic. You love to see that. So I definitely see this as a million+ run. And again, I will absolutely consider a different hull and maybe even a different shield. Battery? No. Spicy and cool, but no. I think this is give me increased burn damage. We probably will want to pick up corrosion at this point. I think that's just in general gonna be a good pickup for us. Make sure you're grabbing all this sweet XP. And we're still getting pretty solid levels coming in because we're killing waves so quickly and getting the XP, actually being able to pick that up. All right, so we got a big old jug here. Probably get into good snipe range. Obviously, singular strike is bad in this situation. Heavy caliber, I don't like it here. I don't think it's a good pickup. Research, it's way too late for research. Like, had we started with it, oh, absolutely, but it's way too late in the game. Honestly, I don't really like any of these. Conversion is decent, I guess. Projectile targeting is bad, but maybe it'll help ever so slightly. I think we just have, it's railgun. Like, we have too much velocity for projectile targeting to do anything. And we're definitely not going further in the tree because of the minus projectile velocity. But I mean, honestly, I see the shots curving ever so slightly. So maybe with Warp Strike, it's good enough that it's actually not that bad of a pickup. Especially since we have Calibrate as well. It actually is curving just a little bit. Okay, you know what? I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm glad we picked it up because I really didn't like any of our other options there. I don't want any more double taps. We're going to have too much downtime if we do that. Yeah, we're not going to take guidance. I mean, the lowered velocity and rate of fire is bad, but corrosion, definitely love that because we're putting a bunch of corrosion stacks on them right out of the gate. And I believe that corrosion stacks are based off the original damage of the shot. Get out of there. Just get out of there. Jug is dead. Give me the XP. Kill the Spitfire. Get out of here. Nobody wants you here. Rupture would be another good pickup. So dipping into the blast radius tree, definitely something we should do. I don't think we have yet. Or if we did, I've already forgotten that we did. I know I was talking about antimatter rounds, but again, I think at this point, I honestly don't want it. I didn't want it. Jon Snow. The terrible Jon Snow impression, but you know what? Not as terrible of an impression as they did in the show. Ha ha ha. Ha, it's funny because the last season was bad. So kinetic boost does help us with damage a little bit. We don't have any rerolls here. Energized shields. Carrier, huh? We lose a bunch of thrust. We lose some rate of fire. We gain a little bit of hull. I think that one's a little too spicy. I don't think we can afford streamline either. Minus max hull, crash damage, knockback. I give me kinetic boost. I think Aegis is actually a pretty solid pickup, to be honest with you. So even though I don't think kinetic boost is going to be that great, everything that adds just more percentages onto our damage multiplier is a good pickup at the end of the day. Oh crap, we didn't kill the Spitfire in one shot. Oops. All right, easy enough. Corrosion should have taken care of the rest of that worm, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. All right, we're at wave 120, doing just fine. Coming out of my cage, I've been doing just fine. Something, something, something. It started out with a gun. How did it end up like this? I don't know. Hey, you know what? I'm not that great at the song parodies yet. I need more practice. You're putting me on the spot here. All right, of these, you know what? Stabilization tree, getting into power reserves, not a bad idea. Spectre, it doesn't work with charge shot. So honestly, I do like stabilization here. I think it can, like, the extra thrust is good. Not that I ever use the stabilization itself, because I mostly forget that it exists. I gotta, like, train my brain to use it. Okay, killing that before it ever even got on screen and started spawning things is fantastic. But, like, the stabilization tree is just good from a, it's just generally good. Okay, hold on. Radio silence for a second. We got a Celestial. We got some stuff going on right now. Took a bunch of damage there. So I can see that our damage is starting to wane a little bit as the scaling enemy health is starting to get to us. So we do got to start being a little bit more careful. And, you know, keep looking for those damage upgrades. And I know that's where, like, you know, antimatter rounds and solar heart and things like that can come in handy. Not gonna push that issue. Rampage also, again, it's max hull and max shields, constant flat thrust power, can be kind of outweighed with stabilization, but I don't want to yeet this run yet. I will pick up Rampage later, probably, just because at some point I need to learn how to use it. I know that Rampage is one of the best multipliers in the game. It's just, it's one of the worst negatives to deal with from a skill perspective, because you have to deal with the fact that you are always moving. So I picked up the one that is just more damage resistance, because you can never go wrong with dying less. It's never going to go out of style to stay alive. At least I hope not. I don't want to live in a society where that's not the expected position. Polar inversion actually wouldn't be a bad pickup either. All right, so get a full charge ready. Wait a second, get calibrate all the way there. There we go. That's a good full send. All right, now with these guys, you just kind of spam a little bit. Don't let them get off their full range of shots. And then just the warp strike plus projectile targeting is amazing. I'm loving that combination. So honestly, agility and power reserves are both good. I think charge shot is like 25% thrust reduction, 30%. Power reserves will clean that up nicely. And that will help with circle strafing the Scion in the wave 200, assuming we get there. Which, I mean, we might not. I am starting to see some of the damage lowering here. Again, that's why I would consider picking up Assault, even though it is a little bit on the spicy side. Kind of not been looking at the hulls as much, though. Kind of just forgot about that. But, like, our wave clear ability is just incredible. And if we just wait, do a full charge, do a full send, and actually use kinetic boost to our advantage, we can do something a little bit better, maybe. Good stuff. And then just with these guys, you got to just get the shot. You got to shoot your shot. I talk about it all the time. Sometimes you just gotta shoot your freaking shot. Kill this dude, let the splinter kill the ads. Easy enough. Easy kill. Kill that dude, kill this dude, kill all the dudes. Kill the Spitfire, give me all the XP. Let's go. Good stuff. Killed by the warp strike nonetheless. Upgrade is here. Okay. Warpath is a good upgrade. Honestly, like Reflect. I actually kind of like Reflect here. The 110 shield, so it's going to give us extra shields. Reflexive shields is actually one that I can't believe I don't take more often. But like, Blitz is kind of good. But give me Reflect. I actually think that that's an okay shield for us to pick up. Because now we're reasonably tanky. The tankiness aspect of our build is not bad at all. We can survive, you know, a couple Seraph Lances without just immediately getting yeeted. And that's really beneficial considering that in Wave 200, you got to deal with the Scion and the Seraph both doing what they're doing at the same time. And so sometimes you kind of just got to accept, I'm going to tank a Lance to the face so that I can actually kill the Scion, get them out of there. Deadly Wake is still continuing to put in great work for us. I'm loving this build. I mean, this is also classic charge rail, even though like traditionally for us we do a bunch of twin strikes. But we got 2 twin strikes. We didn't get obsession. So we built this city on rock and roll, but we also built this run by just kind of doing stuff that may be suboptimal and making it work for us anyways. I've taken a bunch of damage. We did get cleared up there. Just do a full send at this Eclipse. Just get the one shot out of the way. I don't really want to deal with that Eclipse for longer than we have to. I thought we had an upgrade ready. We actually do not. Okay, just dodge those. Okay, we got another one of these big bosses. I don't remember what their actual name is. Just get in behind and just do all of the damages. Okay, we do not have plating, so those guys actually hurt us quite a lot. Got some good XP. Shield is down. Go to the other side of the screen, please. And then play safe. Good stuff. Just try to get the kill here. Okay, super spicy, habanero level spiced. Essence sap, go to town. Shield cooldown, radio silence. I'm not ready to die. You can't take me. Send the Grim Reaper home. Nobody dies right now on my watch. No, 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 no. Let's go. Keep it alive. Honestly, plating plus Rancor would also be a great pickup for us to have. That was some really bad damage. I was trying to get a full charge in a position that it would kill both of those dudes. Speaking of plating, give it to me straight. Get rid of some of this small time damage. Okay, much better. Feel like we've been a little bit worse off since we took Reflect. So the thing is, I know Reflect has a higher than default shield cooldown, and that can kind of be problematic. We are taking a lot of damage, dude. Just like charge up and kill things. It's really not that hard. You've been doing it the whole time. Don't stop now. You ain't tired, you ain't fatigued, and you don't have any excuses. Wow. Literally best Comet I think I've ever had. I legitimately cannot think of a time that a Comet has done more great work. It literally killed a double Celestial Wave before it ever started. I do not like this one bit, but we got to deal with a Scion at some point anyways, and it's dead. Okay, never mind. Not that big of a deal. Kill this Celestial. Come on. Good death. Good kill. And then, like, don't even charge. Just spam those. Now get charging. Wave 180, we got a double Celestial here. No. We ran out of gas. We didn't go see Hank Hill. We didn't have the propane and the propane accessories to keep the grill cooking long enough. That's not even a top 10. Oh, it is a top 10. I didn't think it was a top 10. This is Volley isn't that bad. Okay. Volley rail. We'll go that route. Oh man. That hurts because we had so much damage working for us. I don't know where we just lost the survivability at the end. We were actually pretty tanky. I don't know what happened, but that's going to do it for this week. I'll see you guys again next Monday for more Nova Drift. Again, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. 1 second. If you enjoyed the episode, let me know your feedback, likes, dislikes, comments, all that good stuff. In addition, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more awesome content like this in the future. And check out the link tree in the description below. It has links to Twitch, Twitter, Discord. Come hang out with the community, see the streams 5 days a week. Would love to have you. But until the next episode, I'm Runt9, and I'll see you later.